Just like that, we are live. Welcome, everybody. This is a fun announcement day. I feel like we should have breaking news, like chung chung,
go
some
across
kind
the
of
screen.
Yeah. Thank you for folks that are watching on whatever platform you are. This is pretty cool. Very happy. My name is Eric Wright. If you don't already know me, I'm the host of the Disco Posse podcast, co-founder of GTM Delta, among many other things. And I'm here with the inimitable and amazing John Meyer. John, give us a little quick intro about yourself.
I think you just did it for me. I'm good to go, everybody. I'm the host of the John Meyer podcast, also behind Meyer Media. You can hit us up on all channels. It's awesome to be here, Eric. I'm glad we get to do this special announcement. No,
this is so the reason we wanted to make this a really, really cool opportunity for us. Number one, we love creating live content. If anybody does want to chat, of course, we can pop stuff into the chat. We'll actually catch it live here. We're all across all of our platforms, so we'll try and pull in folks as we go. So do give a shout out. And of course, if you're watching, we're actually streaming on a bunch of different platforms. Number one, we are going, of course, if you're watching on the YouTube for Disco Posse podcast, or if you're watching the replay, we're also simulcasting to the John Meyer podcast YouTube stream. And we're going to be pushing out to, we've got LinkedIn Live, we've got Twitter, Periscope, if that's still a thing, whatever they call.
Wait a second. You did LinkedIn Live too on this?
I did everything.
Oh, yeah. You didn't tell me that. Oh, talk about surprises.
And the reason why this is special for us is because this is the beginning of something very exciting, timely, because we've got a big event that is about to happen. And this is something we've been planning for a while, and it's finally coming together, and we're close enough, and we've got everything. The logistics are in place. So let's just get to the good stuff.
Wait. How long have we been planning this, by the way? I just want to tell everybody that this is a long time in the making, but not really that long, but okay.
We really looked around at, we go to a lot of events, and I've been lucky enough through lots of interactions through previous work, being able to go to lots of conferences and meet incredible folks like everybody who's watching this, and really learn and take in so much knowledge and information and learn from this incredible community. As we've created the podcasts and we've looked at how we work, and now both of us moving into independent, founding companies, starting where you truly are in charge of the outcome. And the first thing that we thought is, what's the best way that we can ultimately reach back into the very community that created that opportunity for us? And this is why this is particularly exciting, and it feels good as a way for us to be able to engage other people and really give thanks and give back to what we have struggled to find in events. So if I could put it in one simple way, one of the gaps with almost every streaming event or every digital event that occurs, and even every in-person event, is it's typically is very singular in its focus of sort of vendor centricity. Even where there's, sort of partners, it typically is always, it's there ultimately to achieve the outcome of reaching towards selling a thing, or talking about a service. And while we've got other great broadcasters that are doing stuff about creating live stream content, it tends to more align with, again, sort of sponsor-focused content that's aimed at the business audience. And one of the things that we have not been able to find is a true practitioner-led streaming experience that's by practitioners, for practitioners, and drawing real incredible voices from the community and bringing them together so that it's not 15 singular live streams that each have, a lack of reach. We're finally doing it where we're bringing everybody together literally and figuratively into one place. And this is our chance to announce what we are calling.
Wait. Before you call it, I gotta jump in. I want a few words to this event and what we put together. And I'm not going to spoil what exactly we're doing. I'm going to let you do the whole thing. When we sat down and we originally thought about doing this type of event, we seen all the other ones that were out there, and everybody like ourselves who wants to join these and wants to sit down and talk about these, who it resonates with the audience. And the cool part is, like you mentioned, we're not selling anything. I mean, there's no act now, buy here out of the whole thing. It's just a medium for everybody to exchange and interact and engage with folks. And now I'm going to lead it back to you because you get to give away the title of what we're calling this event.
This is we may get a call from a lawyer on this. I probably should come up with a cleaner title that doesn't include the vendor. So because of the upcoming timing of AWS reInvent, which is the first major in-person event that's occurring, it's going to be in Las Vegas. It's happening in November. So it's
28th.
Coming from the 28th on through December 2nd. And we are very proud to announce that we are collectively coming together. It's the GTM Delta and Meyer Media AWS reInvent experience.
Yeah, come on, folks, get in.
We need to come up with a shorter name, but really, the goal here is to create a true technology-focused, practitioner-led experience. And as I'm showing here on the screen, you can see we've actually got the page is live. If you wanted to check it out with us, you can go to gtmdelta.com/live. And I've got everything there because we want to just make sure, how do we bring all of these people together into one place, whether online or in person? And this is a really, really unique opportunity. So let's talk about what the event actually is. It's going to come in 3 very incredibly fun forums. Number 1, we're going to be streaming live. So every morning during the keynotes, we're actually having pre, during, and post keynote commentary. We've got a whole incredible array of strong practitioner industry influencers. And, for people that know me, I always dread the word influencers, but they're people of interest. And it's not about the reach. It's not about their fame. It is truly about their ability to be impactful with what they're doing in their own careers and reaching back into the community. So we've got an incredible array of folks you're going to see. So make sure you bookmark gtmdelta.com/reinvent. And we've got the same page coming up on Meyer Media as well. Yep. Go to johnmeyer.com.
You can actually go to reInvent and talk about AWS reInvent or /live, which will be hosting the entire event live that Eric's talking about. Wait, Eric, we're live streaming every day.
Every day. There's going to be hours and hours of content. That's also going to be sliced up, available for replay, so you don't have to watch it live while it's going on.
Wait. I love how you just said we need to change the name, reInvent experience. And then you just said replay. You're in the AWS mood here.
They got to the dictionary just like I did, and these are words. These are words. That's English language. I'm allowed to steal it. So the important thing for us is that we're going to be live streaming commentary alongside the actual keynote. So we're going to have a room full of people. We're hosting at Vidara. So it's a really, really cool chance for us where we've got a suite available. We're going to be hosting people for a daily influencer breakfast, a real gathering of minds and incredibly smart people who are then going to, add their commentary. We're going to have multiple microphones available. So we're going to have a panel of folks that are there, and we're going to really, really try and bring more incredible people to the microphone we can raise their visibility and really show what's going on in the world, and then take in the announcements that are coming and talk about what it means. Like, what does it mean to us? What does it mean to our own direct customers and people in the community? And that's why we're really focusing on the practitioner, technologist mind and what can we do with this stuff? And we'll nerd out a bit, of course, of like the stuff that's just genuinely technically exciting. As we know, AWS really does a great job. They've got great stuff that's going to go on during their keynote. It's going to be just wall-to-wall announcements. That's why it's so fun to do this. I have to give a shout out to Ivan Dwyer. So Ivan, he's 45 on Twitter. Fantastic human who one day many years ago invited me to come in and do a keynote watch party in a suite. So I'm sure that I owe Ivan some royalties. for using this idea. It's a collective of
Drop
many
a comment
things.
below
Exactly.
if he owes you some money.
The amount of people that have helped to make this kind of thing happen by inspiring, we're taking like 5 ideas and pulling them into one place. So again, we look at folks like Tech Field Day, the V Brown Bag community, lots of great other broadcasters that are different in what they do with their broadcast. So we're actually combining it all together, practitioners, influencers, and real, like, why does this stuff matter to us and ultimately to the rest of the world. So we're going to have the keynote. So John, how are we going to do this?
I was literally, you must be reading my mind. Let's talk about the logistics of just what the day looks like from Monday to Thursday, 8:30 to 11:30, live streaming, with the keynote happening within the room. So we're going to have so many folks in the room. I want to say social influencers, technical influencers who have found a way to engage their community, and those who are still trying to get engaged at and want to get their name out there. We're going to bring them into the room. They're just going to be in there. And really, Eric, before I get into more of the logistics, so 8:30 to 11:30, we're just live streaming, and we're going to pull in sponsors. We're going to talk about them shortly, coming up, and who they are. But immediately afterwards, we'll have a panel discussion. Eric, why would these social influencers want to come into our room? Why won't they actually go to the event themselves?
Well, that's actually the great question, because typically a lot of folks like ourselves who've gone to a lot of events, we don't tend to go to the keynotes live. We don't go into the big room. We really more look for birds of a feather, other people who can share ideas, and we can kind of have a relaxed, real collaborative approach to discussing what's going on and just have an enjoyable community experience. That's what's always done this. We've seen it at many events where they have a community lounge. And this is our chance to do that and bring them all together in a suite. Feed them. I'll say feed and clothe them. We actually are going to do both. So there's going to be some swag.
Okay, yes, definitely swag
and some fancy coffee. I'm proud to say that we're going to have a lot of coffee that may or may not be provided by Diabolical Coffee. Just saying that we may have some stuff going on. So that's a good chance. There's going to be lots of live interactive content. We're going to be taking live chats. We're going to be taking, lots of again, just like even here, if you have any questions, you got any ideas, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you do hit the subscribe button as well on whatever channel it is you're watching, and follow all of the folks. And with that, we're actually going to take a look at the panels, because this is the second
you want to
piece.
get to the panels? I was going to say, well, can we take a look at our sponsors since I jumped on it? But let's go to the panels first.
Let's go down to, because what we're beyond just being able to do the live commenters. This is going to be as it happens. We're doing this, and now what we're going to do is bring together an amazing handful of people for each panel. These are going to be experts from the industry, people that are doing the things that we're talking about. We're also inviting some of our incredible supporting sponsors to join us for some of the panels as well, because they've got real community-focused people that are going to be at the event with us. So we're going to talk about security and networking. So we're going to have a dedicated hour on security and networking. Again, chance for us to do this live. You can actually put in your questions and go to the community. We can discuss both announcements and things that are coming up that are top of mind at the moment. Multi-cloud, now that AWS has proudly admitted that there are other clouds in the world.
I got one for you, man. I'm going to be on this panel because I think I'm going to be hashtagging SuperCloud on it.
There's going to be some SuperCloud chat. There's going to be, so shout out to the SuperCloud folks out there. There is some fun. Actually, I guess a second announcement on that one. Infrastructure as code and automation. This is a chance for us again to dig into that multi-cloud automation, learning from folks again that have done this stuff. What are the challenges? And really hear from your peers in the community who are leading the charge. Then there's data protection and compliance, because no one's doing it right. And this is also particularly, this was before we chose the sponsors that we were going to reach out to, because we did truly work backwards. We created the entire event, and then we sought out people who were community minded who'd be able to support us. It was incredibly important for us to do this. This was not created in the mind of reaching an outcome of a sponsor. We truly went ground up and looked at what's the thing that matters to our audiences and to our peers, and then who can we have that shares that common goal, and we can bring them together. So, obviously it's apropos that they're going to join us, and they may talk about platforms, and they've all got fantastic platforms. We choose our sponsors carefully, where we do know what they do. And then, of course, AI and machine learning, because we get a lot of stuff that's going on in that realm. So we're going to feature some new folks, which is cool. Brand new people to the influencer audience who are not in the traditional sort of ops focus, which is great. And then sustainability and ethical computing. This is something that's very meaningful to a lot of the work that both John and I have been working with, directly and with customers and partners for quite a while. So, and John, actually, let's talk about a couple of folks that not necessarily that are going to be there just yet, but who are people of interest and that are doing important things in this area.
Yeah, so a quick shout out to Anna Green in the AWS, head of SMB for APJ. She's one that's been on my podcast numerous times talking about sustainability.
Can we just talk about the fact that her name is Anna Green?
Yeah, I know. That's actually perfect. I did bring that up once on my podcast. I was like, how nice is it that your last name is Green and you're going for sustainability? I think that just works well in your favor. She's been on my podcast so many times. We talked about it. Their whole entire groups are actually going to be out at reInvent. I've invited them over to the panel. We're going to try to make it work. We're not sure about that. The other folk I'd like to talk about it. I'd like to bring onto the panel who's actually I just talked to the other day is Arian Booth, who is really a developer advocate around sustainability. And he has some great insights he'd like to share. I had him on a conversation and I want to join. I'm actually trying to plan to join his podcast because he's trying to get that up and running off the ground. Really nice, cool guy. He'll be over there as well. So we definitely want to get these folks either if they can't join the panel, but we're going to highlight them in upcoming because that's what this entire event is about.
We truly want to give back wherever we can. And on top of that, we've got a chance to bring all of our sort of influencer community together and some folks that are going to be able to jump in. We don't have a huge venue, which is great. We're going to create a real sort of unique experience. And on top of that, let's quickly talk about the people that are helping to make this happen.
Oh, wait, we get to talk about the sponsors now?
We get to talk about
Damn, I've been mentioning them so often. I wanted to talk about them.
So we are actually, before we get there, let's talk about the VIP event because I got to give a shout out also to somebody who has been incredibly impactful on our industry, and Rory Wheeler. For folks that haven't been lucky enough to see Rory, he's from Just Roar Communications. Rory is both an incredible performer and somebody that knows how to, just really, really draw you into it and an interior of your mind that you've never realized was there. So he's actually the main reason why I love reaching out and working with Rory is that he also does sales training and communication training. So this is a great chance for folks that are looking for people to learn about how to better empower their sales force and drive better engagement. He has a real fantastic engagement platform and method. So I definitely want to, not to mention, as you can see from the pictures scrolling by, he's performed for a couple of people that you may recognize, which is kind of cool.
So never saw or heard of him.
Exactly. So we're going to have a VIP experience that's going to be happening in the suite. We've got a couple of our sponsors as well who are leveraging the opportunity to have their own VIP experience. So as we find out more about how to get engaged with them, we'll share that with the broader audience. But speaking of sponsors, let's get to the good stuff here. Let's talk about the people that are supporting us. So everybody, again, we reached out to. So thank you to all of the people that are making this happen. We couldn't do this without you, both from the community side and of course, from the supporting sponsor community. Very proud that we've got the team from Cohesity are joining us as a premier sponsor, and they've been fantastic for so long in really driving community engagement. And this is a chance for them to be able to share and enhance the experience. They're going to be doing some neat stuff, in their own booth, but we're very happy to have them join us and be able to share and create this community opportunity for folks. A big thank you to Cohesity. Of course, you can go to gtmdelta.com/ reInvent, and you can see all the sponsors that are there. Make sure you do give them a shout out. And we have VMUG. So the VMware user community and VMware user group may seem to you like, well, wait a second. How come this VMware user group is going to be at AWS reInvent? And that's because truly the practitioners that are living in that community are now all effectively AWS operators, AWS architects. We are collectively bringing people forward. So how can we bring that community into new areas of experience and ultimately new areas of influence? We've got a lot of stuff that's going on with VMware Cloud and AWS. We've got VMware really being strong in empowering people. And this is why I was so happy. Recently sat down at VMware Explore with Brad Tompkins, who's the CEO and heads up the VMUG community. And there's just so many people. It's such a heartfelt part of my own past that brought me here. So thank you to VMUG for being part of our premier community. And with that, we've got a ton of amazing sponsors. So John, let's talk about our presenting sponsors here that we've got.
First of all, I got to tell you that the participating sponsors is completely awesome. The list keeps growing. People keep reaching out to us, and the names that we have on there, thank you so much for being part of this event. This is going to be huge. You guys are going to have a lot of fun, educate. They're just going to be so much content coming out of this. Let's talk about some of those. A huge shout out to PTP. They have been not only a friend, Ethan, Gary over there, but an awesome sponsor, awesome company to work with. I've done some Deep Racer events with them. I've hosted some other things. They've always wanted to reach out and do something. They're on my podcast as well. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. Another one to talk about, Morpheus Data, Brad Parks, huge shout out to you. He's been another folks that has always been engaging. I really appreciate you guys being like, yeah, let's do this. Let's jump in on there. Our shift group.
JR, this is JR Butler, who I've been lucky enough to spend time with in the past, working together. And JR and his team are leading out. They're taking elite athletes and elite people of just incredible drive and actually moving them into technology sales and engagement. So JR has a fantastic program where he links up these elite athletes and brings them into whether them SDRs, BDRs up to account executives. So shiftgroup.io, very, very cool bunch of folks.
Exactly. Let's add on there Bellflower Technologies. Bellflower, Tia, thank you so much. You've always been dedicated and helpful, not only to this event, but to the John Meyer podcast. Really appreciate that. You're going to be one of those participating sponsors in the room and, helping out. Don't forget to go ahead and check them out. N2WS, another one, Ezra, Jessica. I've hosted a couple of their Optimize AWS Fests, and they're like, yeah, John, we're on board. We see the value of not only you hosting it, you and Eric doing it, a great event out there. So we see what you guys are going to do and bring to the engagements. Let's talk about Ibex Labs, Labyrinth, OpSync, Kyle, Shri, Sonali. Thank you so much. Sponsoring this event and you guys actually jumping on this to sponsor it. I see the value of your product. Take a look at the podcast that we just released last week to really talk about some of those things. Huge shout out. Another one that we just added, Converge. Yes, Converge has just been added to the list. Eric, this is huge. I mean, they saw all the other sponsors and they saw the value that we're going to bring to it. And they're like, John, let's do it. Let's get on there.
Yeah, Converge, I've been lucky enough. I've presented with them on some online events before. They're fantastic. A great group of folks. Again, really focused on this transformation. And I think did we cover our whole round?
No. I see one more on there. I think I need some background on this one. Yeah. It's called Disco Posse Podcast. Have you heard of this group? They're on the list.
I guess it helps when you're powering the event. You get to throw your logo on it. So of course, my amazing group of folks that support me are ultimately by proxy coming to the event. And shout out to, we've got other sponsors that are actually about to join the force as well. So do keep up with what's going on the website. We'll make announcements as everybody comes on board. This is just sort of where we are today.
Well, you can also take a look at, make sure you follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter, because I am constantly announcing new sponsors for the event. If you want to get involved in it, just go to the website. Eric will flash it on the screen again. You can participate in it. There's a couple slots left open, but we got to close it up shortly because we got to get things wrapped up and ready to go for this event.
yeah, if you want to drop a comment below or hit us up on Twitter or LinkedIn if you want to get connected. These are also, I have to say this because this is meant to be an economical way for brands to be able to get exposure to a broad community of incredible practitioners and leaders in the technology space. This is not meant, both John and I have specific businesses that we do that are our core focus. And this is not meant to be what we do. This is simply an extension of the real work that's being done in the community. So we're very proud to be able to bring folks that, because we know AWS reInvent is sold out. So if you are a vendor and you want to have a presence there, this is a very economical way in order to do that. And in fact, we even have our swag sponsors. So folks that are just simply going to, they aren't even going to be able to be there in person, but we're adding more and more folks because we're doing other neat stuff we're going to talk about in one more minute. And you get a chance to have your logo on a really cool shirt, as well as a bunch of other placements. Yep. So we got to give a shout out to Michael Levan. So Michael, if you may know, he's the NJ DevOps guy on Twitter, michaellevan.net. We've actually done live streams with him. Michael's a fantastic human. So shout out to Michael on all that he does to further the Kubernetes community and again, practitioner focused. Halo Radius, so elite development team. This is really fantastic. So Halo Radius does some neat stuff. I'm working with the Halo Radius team on some advisory, and they're building incredible platforms. So if you're looking for anything in that space, go to haloradius.com. Of course, you can go to gtmdelta.com/reinvent, and you can see all of these incredible sponsors. And again, thank you to all of them. We couldn't do this without all of you. But there's one more thing.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There's always that wait, there's more. If we take a look, what else are we going to do there? So I know we all got a couple minutes left because we're gonna wrap up fast.
But God, are we already at time?
I know it comes up quick. So the eventual goal for all of this is to continually create these online and in-person experiences at future events. So this is a chance for us to do it. And what we're doing as well is we're adding other ways to engage. So if you're going to be at the event, there's three really neat things. Number one, direct influencer engagement. You can do this online, but we're going to have an incredible array of people that are in the room with us, in the suite. You can meet them. And if you want to get connected, we're going to just make sure you sign up. You can see there's that form down the bottom. You can sign up, get notified. We're going to have a lot of great communications. The second piece is the VFrit run groups. Very proud. In fact, a lot of our sponsors have participated before. This is what the shirt was about. So we're actually going to be having our VFit, so a daily 5K run that's going to go out because we believe strongly in physical and mental health as being a part of what we do. So it's a great chance to collaborate. We do a run over to the Vegas sign. So there'll be a daily run group. I'll have all the details so you can get signed up on the VFit site. So go to gtmdelta.com/VFit. And there's a link right there on the reInvent page. And then last and certainly not least,
there's more.
So shout out number one to AWS reInvent Parties. So reinventparties.com. We've got an incredible supporting group of folks that have always helped to bring attention to things that are going on at the events. And I've also been huge supporters of what became the Community Coffee Exchange, and was actually the dawn of Diabolical Coffee was how this came about. So if you're coming to the event and you want to experience coffee from anywhere around the world, just bring a pound or two of beans from your favorite local roaster. Bring them to Las Vegas with you. We'll have logistics on how you can actually drop them off. And then you come at the end of the week. So the first 2 days are drop off. The last 2 days are pickup. And you just get to hand pick and random pick a couple of bags of coffee beans that you can take home, and they could be anywhere, literally from around the world. So this is such a unique opportunity. And in fact, at recent events I've done it, we've had, I think at most, we had 75 pounds of coffee that was participating in the exchange. So thank you to all that have been a part of that. And so we'll post it up so you can go ahead, sign up. We'll share the logistics through. So make sure you sign up for the form. And that's the important thing. Just get signed up. You are only going to be signing up for notifications. There is no selling of information. Privacy is a human right. And I firmly believe that. And as a result, this is purely for communication purposes about the event. We are not going to be giving your names to the sponsors at all. Like this is why this is so important to us, because for us it means that we can support our sponsors by bringing their brand and their mission in front of a broad audience, both directly and through the live streams. And then even further, to be able to create an audience and grow the audience of both existing and new practitioners and people of importance, people of impact, I'll say, is the way that I would describe it. And so that's why you're going to meet some brand new faces who you may not know, and you're going to know them, and you're going to want to bookmark those pages. Well, I know, look, we could go on all day, but a lot of things we could start another podcast. But again, so make sure if anybody does want to get involved, head on over, hit us up on LinkedIn, either John or I, of course, Disco Posse everywhere on social media. And if you want to make sure that you check out the event as it happens, do sign up on the page. You can just go to gtm.com/reinvent. We've got the countdown there.
I know. I was going to say, wait, Eric, do you know how much time is left before reInvent?
I think at the moment we have 44 days, 14 hours, 56 minutes, and just about 40 seconds by the time I finish saying what I'm saying. So, of course, if you're watching this on replay, and it's December, don't worry. All of the content will be available for replay, and this is the beginning of a growing community. If you want to get involved as a practitioner, as an influencer, if you want to join the audience in the suite, please do connect. We're going to have an outreach form. We'll have a different link for people to fill out for that. If you want to sponsor the event, if you want to get involved with supporting it, again, this is meant to be a very economical way for you to get your brand out there. We really just want to bring fantastic brands to the fore and talk about the things that you're doing to help the community. And that's it. So again, go to gtm.com, gtmdelta.com/reinvent. Head on over to the John Meyer podcast website. Of course, if you want to do that, you can easily go over and you hit johnmeyer.com, and you can see both Meyer Media as well as the John Meyer podcast. And then go ahead, and as we should say, because we're supposed to say this stuff, don't forget to smash that like button and click that subscribe and hit the little notification bell. It'll let you know when amazing content like this is coming to you. John, anything to say before we wrap?
Yeah, so everybody, huge shout out to all our sponsors that are sponsoring an event. Huge shout out to those who want to sponsor the event. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with, if you want to go beyond the expo, reach out to us.
This is a great opportunity. Thank you, John. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of the viewer community who've made all this possible. And thank you. Sorry, I totally ignored. I did not bring up all the chats. Goodness gracious, I'm such a bad broadcaster.
Oh my God, is there chats going on?
We have to. I'll have to make sure that we. So shout out to all the folks that have been interacting with us along the way. We're looking forward to seeing you in person in Vegas and on the live stream. So don't forget, go on over gtmdelta.com/reinvent and sign up today, and we'll see you on the live stream. Oh, there's going to be lots of stuff in between as well. So sign up, make sure you fill out that form, and we'll see you there.
Lots of stuff happening beforehand. So make sure you sign up. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notify for everybody, because just like this one, I was not planning on going live on mine. And we thought last minute, why not? Let's do that, because you never know when it's going to happen. So much is happening in the next month and a half, and you don't want to miss it.
And if you want to actually host content, of course, and you need help with creating highly engaging content, make sure you do hit up our good friend, Mr. John Meyer. And if you're looking for this type of access to a real strong practitioner influencer community, do connect with us. We're happy to always grow our network. The reason why, as I say, the reason why we know your audience is because we are your audience. We're very proud to have access to incredible people who are doing important things and having an impact. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe, do fill out the form, and do have a great day. And we'll see you all on the live stream.
See ya.